Good evening, teacher and classmates. Today I'm going to talk about the book that I read, Dubious Legacy by Mary Wesley. She was born on June 24, 1912 and died on December 30 in 2002. She was the youngest of three siblings, but her family didn't like her. She married with Lord Swiffen in 1936 and had two children, but the relationship failed. Then she married with a journalist, Eric Sigman. Unfortunately, when her husband died, she was left poor with one child to support. Life was very difficult for her until she became one of the most successful novelists in Britain, selling 3 million copies of her books, including bestsellers. About the book, well, Dubious Legacy is the history of Henry Tillotson, a man in his 50s who was married with Margaret because of his last father wished, and because she needed a British passport. Margaret was a woman who only spent her time in bed and enjoyed humiliating people with her comments, the opposite of Henry, who was a kind person and a good host with his visitors. That is why, sometime later, two young couples, Matthew and Antonia, Barbara and James, came to their home in Cotteshall to enjoy this house and form their own families. However, Antonia and Barbara eventually decided to have an affair with Henry, and 9 months later, both had a daughter of him as a result of their infidelity. Despite this, their husbands never knew the truth and raised the girls as their own daughters. The main characters of this history were Henry Tillotson, the owner of Cotteshall, Margaret, Henry's wife, with bad humor, Antonia, young pretty woman married with Matthew, Barbara, a close friend of Antonia's, married with James, Matthew, Antonia's husband, and James, Barbara's husband. To conclude, I really like this book because it is not the common history of a happy marriage where everything is perfect. It shows what could happen in the real life of couples when someone decides to have an affair. If you like drama, reading about not just positive things about love, I really recommend you this book. Finally, this book also leaves the message that it is not necessary to tolerate situations that don't make us feel comfortable, as in this case, a failed marriage, and also that it is not good to be selfish keeping a person with lies by our side. Thank you.